Students, I'm on page 55, and before we start playing the song Blow the Man Down, I want you to go to page 20 and review the chords for the left hand. So on page 20, you are being introduced the G7 chord. So you start with a simple C, E, G, okay, 5, 3, 1. Then you have to move your pinky finger down to B, okay? Attention, fifth finger is now on B, but keep the second finger on F and one on G. So B, F, G, that's your G7 chord. So C chord, G7. So play the exercise on page 20 several times until you feel your position, okay? Then at the bottom of page 20, play the same chords long. Several times so that your hand remembers the position. Now go back to page 55 and let's work on left hand separately. So you will have to play a C chord many times. This C chord is given you as a so-called waltz-like accompaniment. So instead of playing C, E, G at the same time, you're playing C, okay, and then E, G separately on different beats, okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 is rest. Continue after rest. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and attention. Then you have to play the G7 chord. So you take your pinky and bring it one note down to B. B is the note on the second line in bass clef, yeah? And keep the 2 and 1 in place on F and G. Okay, so continue the waltz-like accompaniment. B, F, G, F, G, B, F, G, F, G. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and dotted half note. Hold for 3 beats and add the fermata. So 1 and 2 and 3 and see how I stretch the counting to hold it longer for fermata. And then you keep playing the waltz-like accompaniment for G7, B, F, G, F, G, 1 and 2 and 3. And ritardando means grow slower, count slower. 1 and 2 and 3 and the song ends on a C chord, played harmonically, all 3 notes at the same time. So you're done with the left hand. That was pretty simple. Now, the position for the right hand, you have to put your thumb on D, okay, above your middle C. 1 on D, 2 on E, 3 on F, 4 on G, 5 on A. And you have to use your thumb not only on D, but also switch it to the left and play the middle C. So your thumb has to play a middle C and a D next to it, depending on what notes you have to play for the melody. You're in 3/4 time. You start with a pickup bar, 1 single quarter note, that's the 3rd beat. Beats 1 and 2 are missing. You have dotted quarter notes, so that means you have to break the counting into 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 fermata 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and ritardando 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Okay, now I'm going to play and name the notes. G, G, A, G, E, C, E, G, letter for fermata. G, 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 G. F, ritardando. E, D, E. Skip down to C. All right. In the music, you have some significant markings, okay? So you see it says third, that means third interval from E to C. Even though you only have 2 fingers, so you have to skip from E, finger 2, to C, finger 1. So D is not going to be covered. And then you have to skip up, okay? 1, 2 fingering, but it's in fact the third interval, CE, okay? So look at the chart, look at the map for the right hand, okay? And just keep the fingering correct. Now, I'm going to play 2 hands. Okay, right hand, D position, but be ready to move your thumb to C and back to D. 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 2 and 3 and 1 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 and 2 and 3 and fermata. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and ritardando. 1 and 2 and 3 and C, 1 and 2 and you're done on 3 and. Okay. Now, how to match the dotted rhythm in the right hand, bar 1, that means the complete bar, which has 3 beats, with the 3 even quarter notes in the left hand. Okay, you put and 4th finger on G in the right hand, 5th finger on C in the left hand, okay? Beat 1, you play together, 1 and, then on beat 2, you have to play the chord in the left hand, 2 on, and after 2, you have to play that single note, single 8th note with the flag, which is A, finger 5, with your right hand. 1 and 2 and beat 3 together. Okay, one more time. Beat 1 together, 1 and beat 2 starts with the left hand, 2 and continues with the right hand and beat 3 together, 3 and, okay, a little bit faster, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 together, 2 left hand and right hand, 3 together, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and so on. Well, I hope you will enjoy working on this song. Thank you very much.